more cards. Okay, so before we get started, once again a reminder, please join my Discord server. I post all these card reveals pretty much as soon as they come out in there, so go ahead and join if you want the pretty much fastest card reveals and translations, and you know, other stuff too. Anyway, let's get started with today's batch of cards. Several legendaries and some just really interesting stuff today. So the first card we have here is the Magical Princess Deity Geraldi, BS Artist. Cost reduction yellow, purple. For a trash, if you return this card from your trash to your hand, this minion enters the field. And when attacking, you can banish a yellow or neutral card from your trash. If you do, deal 400 BP to one of your opponent's minions. Well, yellow-purple colour mixing is certainly something I didn't think I'd see them incentivizing, but it very much feels like with this set, what they're trying to do is set up a load of cards that will just be generically useful in those particular colour mixing decks, not necessarily cards that are good enough to build a deck around. Like, I wouldn't say this is necessarily a card you want to build around, but I would say, oh well, if you're running yellow-purple anyway, this is probably a pretty good card to just chuck in. If you can get this for, like, 3-4 mana, I'm not complaining, for like a 3-4 mana 6-2 that will let me just minus 400 on attack, that's pretty good. So yeah, and we'll see this theme continue as we go through the cards. The next card here is the Knight Hero Swordius Arthur, which is a BS sword. So this is a sword, so worth saying that synergizes with the stuff from the previous X-Code, the SAO set. When attacking, if this minion has gained a boost effect, put a minion other than this from the trash to the field. Any minion. And when boosted, deal minus 500 BP to one of your opponent's minions. So this is kind of like the 2-cost Seagworm on crack, kind of. Somewhat. Yeah, it's again another very interesting card. Now, being able to get anything in combination with Belphegor could be a little crazy. As long as you have one of the two, you can always fetch the other from the drop. So you kind of get this really nice recursion as you hit the super end game. I don't think that alone is enough for this to be run, but I think it's a really, really good effect. Just being able to constantly recur stuff. And this is definitely going to be like a nice boost for Battle Spirit Purple. I think this will probably see play. Maybe. I don't know. Having to be boosted does kind of suck for that effect, but it's obviously for balance reasons. Otherwise, you would just be able to infinitely loop on your turn and just, like, they wouldn't be able to do anything. So, like, I get why. But, yeah, a very interesting card. I'm not sure how good it is. Purely because, okay, yeah, it's cost reduction purple, but it's also 10 mana. So the cheapest you're getting is for 5. And for 5, obviously, it's a fantastic deal. For 6, 7, it's pretty good as well. For 8, I would pretty much always rather have a Belphegor. And obviously for 9 and 10, it's absolute dog shit. And the nice thing about Belphegor is, you can just play it onto an empty board and get the effect off. But if you have this on an empty board, you won't be able to boost it. So you need to have at least one minion on field already. So, it is epic though. So there is that, right? Like it's like a budget Belphegor basically, if nothing else. Then we have got the Hollow Emperor Nethard Baral. BS Monster, cost reduction purple. If this minion is boosted by core, increase the base cost of field minions in your opponent's hand by 1. That will definitely be quite annoying. And on your turn, whenever one of your minions belong to the demon or monster class attacks, deal minus 300 BP to one of your opponent's minions. This is an 8 cost 7/2. I don't think this one is particularly good. Yes, it is nice to increase the cost of field minions in your opponent's hand, but again, just play a Belphegor. Like, that is just better. Now, granted, if you can get this for like 3 or 4, this is really nice. For 3 or 4, getting that ability in the demon deck is probably pretty good. The issue is basically just, like, is this just going to get instantly removed? If it doesn't get instantly removed, this can be really, really strong. If you can, like, get that second effect off 2 or 3 times in a turn, that's really good. Only once, it's, like, not that amazing. So yeah, this is pretty good. It's not pretty good, pretty okay. It's pretty okay. Maybe it'll see play in the demon deck, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. It's not like It doesn't strike me as holy shit or anything, right? This next card, on the other hand, the Negotiator Mix, Battle Spirit. When summoned, you can discard one minion card belonging to the BS class in your hand. If you do, draw 2 on a generic. And base, when retreating, change one of your neutral mana that is not a minion card into either a red, yellow, or a purple mana. So, 2 things. One, I think we can expect a white, green, blue version of this in some way. Probably won't do the same thing where it like lets you filter, but it'll probably be some sort of other good effect. And I've got to say, I think this is an auto-include, pretty much. I can't really imagine you not running this in pretty much every Battle Spirit deck. A big problem, I mean, so this is just a plus. A big problem, like for example in purple, is the fact that you run a lot of very early game minions because you need to have that tempo at the start of the game. But once you start getting later on, do you really want to be playing like a 1-cost Soul Horse? Do you really want to be playing the 1-cost Skeleton once your Andros is fully evolved? They're not very good value. This lets you convert those cards into really strong value later on in the game, or even on curve. It's really good. In addition, the when retreating effect is really, really good for color fixing. So if you bricked a little bit in your opening hand, you only got like maybe 1 purple, 1 yellow, 1 red mana or something, this just lets you go, nah, you're good, fam, don't worry about it. Like, red and purple, I think are 100% running this. Probably not a 3, probably 1 to 2, but, I mean, 3 wouldn't necessarily surprise me either. It's very good. And certainly, that's talking about the pure builds. When we consider this in multicolor decks, if you're running red-yellow or red-purple or yellow-purple has been incentivized by various cards, as has red-purple. Well, now we're talking, because this is going to help you really do some color fixing there if you don't open like exactly what you need. This is the type of card that is desperately needed for multicolor decks to become very popular. So I think we are heading into a very interesting format with this upcoming set, with all the colour mixing that they are incentivizing and have clearly tested and is going to end up being quite good. Otherwise, there's no reason anyone would open the set, right? So, yeah, well. The final card from today's set of card reveals is the Heavenly Demon God King Sex. Battle Spirit, construction red, white, purple. Passive, this minion cannot be selected as a target for your opponent's magic effects. That's a scary ability to have on something this big. And passive, if you have 3 or more coloured mana, all of your opponent's minions cannot be put into the active state. Well. Well. That is a very interesting skill. Red, white, purple. I honestly have no idea how to feel about this card. So you are pretty much entirely locked out of playing this in blue, green, and yellow, which makes sense because this would probably just like, I mean, this is effectively just another target for FTK to work, pretty much, in those decks. Now, I think this will probably slot in or be able to be used in a new version of white OTK. Certainly very plausible. The fact that it cannot be selected as a target for any magic means that they're pretty much never removing it, unless you're against like an Andros or something. That's the only thing that can really remove this. So this is scary. This is scary. I don't think it's like a generic card or anything. You're probably not going to see this just being generically used. But, you know, preventing reactivation and being untargetable so you can buff it up and just give it some stupid skills. Pretty scary. Pretty scary. I don't know how popular this is going to be. I think in red, you're probably not running this. You're probably running the Apollo Dragon 12 drop, or whatever it's called. Seaworm Super Galaxy Mega Dragon, whatever the fuck. In purple, maybe. This might be run in purple. Very possible. And worth saying, you know, you can just straight revive it with Arthur in purple, and that's pretty fucking disgusting value if you get that combo off. So we'll see. We will see where this goes, but a very interesting set of card reveals and a very exciting set of card reveals. you know, pretty much everything we've gotten so far has just been really exciting. And we've barely got any of the sets, so there's a lot still to come. So if you want to be getting those card reveals as soon as they come out, once again, join my Discord server, link is in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, please leave a like on the video. Please comment any other content you would like me to make, or your thoughts on these cards. And please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, so I'd appreciate it if you help me reach that goal. Right, thanks again for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's video. Cheers.